Turn off your lights. Make sure your doors and windows are locked. Things are about to get spooky. The Plague Maiden by BloodySpaghetti. Radon and Hyro carefully picked the lock of a lonely house they'd been eyeing for a while. With a soft pop, the door opened. Masked, the two thieves slowly tiptoed inside. The interior stank of dust and old, almost as if no one had lived there in ages. The duo was sure that someone lived there. They stalked the place for a good while, after all. Turning their flashlights on, the duo walked around the house, carefully, in dead silence. Almost afraid to disturb the old woman they were 100% sure was living in that house. Anything their light shone on appeared antiqued and valuable. "Holy shit," one exclaimed excitedly. "Shut the fuck up and grab whatever seems expensive," the other one ordered. The two split up and started grabbing whatever they could shove into their backpacks. Before long, Radon had his filled and whistled out to his partner, who, in the meantime, stood over a sleeping woman in another room. No longer concerned with the loot, he had another, darker intention in mind. Once Hyro failed to react, Radon came looking for him. When he found him oogling the woman, he angrily questioned, "The fuck are you doing, man?" "You know, man, she looks kinda hot. Give me a moment." "Fucking hell," Radon quipped, watching his partner creep over to the unsuspecting woman. "Make it quick," he added before leaving the room. No sooner than leaving the room, he heard Hyro yell out, "What the fuck?" Walking back, he found his partner with his pants unzipped, phallus in hand, shining his flashlight on the bed with a severed head and spine, crawling with all sorts of insects and worms. "Shit. Fuck this, man, I'm out." Hyro froze mid-sentence, turning pale as he saw a ghost, his flashlight pointed at Radon, blinding him. "The fuck are you doing?" Radon cried out before a pair of hands grabbed him by the head and forcibly spun him around. Emerging from the shadow on the wall, a woman grabbed hold of Radon and pulled him into a forceful kiss. He screamed and fought against her grip, but couldn't escape it until she let him go. His screaming never stopped as his skin began to boil and peel off, exposing corroded muscle tissue unraveling around yellowish bones. Hyro watched his friend collapse on the floor. Dead. His sunken, boiled skull rolling across the floor. The woman in the shadow lunged at him too, but he instinctively threw his flashlight at her, and she vanished into thin air. Deathly afraid, he ran out, even without picking up any of the loot, pants unzipped, stopping only near the open front door. Only there he stopped to zip up, but felt something tapping on his shoulder. Turning around slowly, he found the woman standing in front of him. Without thinking, as if he had done this 1,000 times before, he pulled the knife from his pocket and began stabbing her repeatedly. To no avail, she didn't scream, didn't move, didn't even flinch. She just stood there with a dead, lightless, inhuman look in her eyes and an almost forced smile. He only stopped lunging his knife one final time into her chest when he felt a sharp pain above his groin. Looking down, her arm was deep inside his body. He wanted to scream, but he couldn't. The monster took his voice away from him, hushing him with a cold finger pressed on his lips. He felt her arm worming up his abdomen, crawling through his gastrointestinal tract. The agony was paralyzing him. Hot tears began streaming down his face. Her gaze shifted downwards. Enjoying ourselves, aren't we? Her voice soft and almost welcoming. Unfortunately, you're not my type. Your friend, however, remind me of someone precious to me, she continued. The forced smile never left her face, all the while her arms kept moving its way up. It brushed against the stomach and liver. Hairu flinched again and again, outwardly, while his insides slowly boiled from the unbearable anguish. Each moment felt worse than the one before. The sensory overload fried his nervous system, beginning to tear his consciousness apart. The woman's shape began to float and dim, while her words seemed slurred and distant, slowly fading into a void forming in his disappearing mind. Hairu was nearly gone, his body nearly succumbing to the circulatory shock when a thunderbolt skewered his spinal cord, returning to his senses with a baptism in hellfire of pure, refined pain. Suffocating pressure piled up inside his ribcage, threatening to blow him out from within. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. Eyes glazed and war drums pounding in his ears, he could barely register anything other than the onslaught of suffering he had been subject to. The phrase, "I'm going to feed you your heart," rang as if a thunderclap in his head. He felt something tear and pop inside before the demonic arm snaked up his throat and into his mouth. As quickly as it rose, it descended again, slithering away from within him while the indescribable pain finally relented, leaving a chill in its place. With the vanishing pain, all sensation, the world, and even the succubus in front of him began to fade away. All disappeared, save for the pulsating sensation inside his mouth. The same moment Hairu's lifeless body hit the floor, mice and other pests crawled out of every cavity, swarming around the dirty floor like a plague. One of many the demoness was set to unleash. I held my baby, smiling as the cool autumn air rustled my hair and clothes. The bridge above us became further and further away as we fell towards the highway below. Log 0, Introductory Tape, by Money Emotion 8035. Hello there, my name is Connor Larkinson, and I'm the head of the documentation department and unofficial head of interviews and research here at the Institution of Unscience Research and Defense, or IURD. And we all hate the name, but the higher-ups won't change it. Essentially, the IURD listens to experiences that can't be explained by science, how they survived it. We look into it and create guides on how to survive them and utilize them so people don't die. But I digress. My job is essentially to have written or recorded what people say in interviews, so there's something to look back on if new info comes up on one thing we've made rules about, or if someone reports something similar so we don't write rules for the same thing twice. However, due to how grossly understaffed we are, I'm also usually the one who conducts the interviews with those who come in and look into the things they report. I don't get much sleep. Either way, I actually just got promoted in the document department, so I'm now the official head of them. I pretty much was before because my boss was a drunk who didn't do his damn job half the time, and the other half he often made things worse, so I redid it, just without the pay. Bastard got into a car wreck and got arrested, so I finally got his job. They gave me a rule list because of the dangers this job title entails, so I thought I'd make the first official document as the head of docs on the rules about being the head of docs. Dear new head of documents, congrats. If you're reading this, I'm most likely retired and you're my replacement. I should introduce myself. I'm Jared Scott, the now former head of documents department in the IURD. If you're the head of documents now, I assume you know what the IURD is, but So he just goes on and on here for a little while about himself and the founding and history of IURD. I don't need to put this in the audio log. I'll keep this in the document for whoever takes my job in the future. Okay, here we go. Now, below are the rules for your new job. They've been categorized for you by the normal, the bad, and the deadly. You should know that they don't typically format these like how I am, but honestly, you should know these if you've been working here. The normal. Number 1. Your hours are usually at 0500 to 1900. We know long hours that are probably illegal, but we need people to write. Number 2. You're always on call. Always. Be ready to drop everything and come to the IURD as fast as you can. Number 3. You are never in your office unless you're getting something. You should always be in the office room making sure everything is going smoothly. Deal with it. Number 4. When you write, you're writing a survival guide, not a to-do list. Write how to survive. There is never an order of events. Number 4A. Also, you write how to survive, not to kill. It is more dangerous to try and end the life of a creature than to get away from it. The bad. Number 1. Don't let Ava do anything important. One of the things made her immortal, but incompetent to forever mess with the IURD. We don't want another incident. Number 2. 5 plus 1 is a superstition here. Why? Not sure, but there has always seemed to be an issue with things surrounding that number. It's a minor inconvenience usually, but avoid the number unless you're writing rules. Number 3. The water fountains? We can't fix them. They constantly leak and supply dirty water. Don't drink from them. You will get sick. The illness is always random, so that's why we put it in the bad list, not the normal one. Number 4. The computer at the front desk on the right when you enter the top floor will electrocute you if you touch it. Don't. It won't be fatal, but it hurts like hell. The deadly. Number 1. The creatures we write about don't exactly like us, and often target IURD agents more frequently. The higher up, the more creatures who will attack you. You are the highest level of employment that is very easily available for attack. Remember rules and keep your damn documents on you. Number 2. There is no lift. We don't have any escalators. They won't take you to a place you want to go. If you end up on an escalator, just turn around and go down. But if you're on an elevator, you should hope that the emergency brakes work. You're a goner if it doesn't. Lost Donald that way. We also think that's what might be in the fountains, but we don't have his blood records for some reason, so we can't check. Number 3. Don't use CDs. Just don't. Not only do they not work, but they will for some goddamn reason explode whenever you put them in. We had some entity that hated them and hated us, so they just cursed this building. Fucking hate having to use cassettes. But they're the only things that work because the higher-ups don't allow phone usage either, and I'm honestly more scared of them than any entity that the IURD has on record. Number 4. If you see David Omega, everyone wears a badge, read them. Please immediately lock the doors to the document room and call security. He has gone in and will edit documents at random with completely false information. Hundreds have died because of false information written into the documents. Number 4A. If he gets in, there's a matchbox in your desk. Paper files are very flammable. Everything has to go and be remade from scratch. but it will dispel him for a very, very long time. Number 4B. No, you can't kill him with a gun. We tried. You fight for your fucking life to defend these documents. Die if you must, but you're the last line of defense keeping people out. And that's all I have to say to you. If you have any questions, I'm certain you can call me in my retirement. I'll no doubt have my phone. Old habits die hard, you know. Please take good care of these documents. I know you'll do a good job. Jared Scott. Well, that's a loaded bunch. I knew a decent few of these things beforehand, but I wish I didn't know about poor Donald. Ah, well, not much to be said about that. Usually I'd put a more formal list of rules, but with this, the rules are already written, so I can't really do that. For as bad as my old boss was, he can actually make a damn good rule list. Then again, this was written in 1998, meaning this was close to the start of his running the documents department, so I guess the years took a toll. Oh well, this is all for my introductory tape, I suppose. This is the end of what I'm going to call Report 0. This is Connor Larkson, ending recording. The mobile screen lit up with her son's name, and she answered it right away. It's late. Are you coming for dinner? Ma'am, do you? Replied a female voice through the speaker. Did you know the owner of this phone? Special Operation by the Theimpostorofskeld. Ah, there you are. I heard you're the man that managed to defeat the doctor with the help from my AI in the labs. You truly have no fear. I'm guessing that since you didn't try and run as soon as you saw me, you're willing to do some more special operations. Well, I need you to destroy a person who is, for a lack of a better word, a wizard. And a damn good one, too. Why don't I do it myself? Well, I could give the predictable answer and say I can't, but the real reason is I don't have the time. I've got some other commitments. I'll send you the file in due time. 7 hours pass by. Operation Magic Stat file exported. This is the file. All your information will be here. Your target is Mike, the crazy old man, in the corner of the forest of the power plant. Deal with him according to your judgment. Entity name, Mike. Entity class, SS. Operation danger, 8. Failure chance, near 0% with the right rules following. Things to watch out for. Manipulation of chaos level energy, time and space. 1. Make your way into the power plant. 2A7 has been notified and will welcome you into Reactor 4. This is where you'll group up with the entity you'll be bringing. 2. Once you meet up with 287, you'll meet up with Entity 5, the Brachiosaurus. Don't touch him. He's a volcanic dinosaur. I think you'll know what will happen. 3. Request for a sample from Reactor 4's reserve from 287. He'll give it to you. Once again, Entity 5 could deal with Mike himself, but he'll be the distraction. 4. Exit the power plant past 11 p.m. and before 4 a.m. This is when Mike sleeps, so you need some prep time. Chances of failure increase after 12 a.m. if you haven't left. 5. Once you have left, go to the massive tree about 300 meters from the power plant. It is exactly halfway to Mike's house, and it's where you'll ambush him with the power from Reactor 4. 6. Absolute silence is needed once you have left the power plant. Failure to adhere to this will wake Mike up and mess up your chance to get him. This will result in failure of the operation, and will result in your death by 287. 7. There will be a stick under the tree. Attach the sample of reactor 4 to the top of it and climb up the tree. Make sure you take less than 85 seconds to climb up, as any longer than that, and the rustling will wake Mike up. He knows nobody climbs the trees near the power plant. 8. By now it should be between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. Have a drink or something. I'll drop down a beer or something because you need to wait up at that tree until 4:15 a.m. 9. When Mike emerges, he'll immediately start fighting Entity 5. Don't interfere, and don't worry when he puts Entity 5 into an alternate dimension. He'll be back in a few days. Stay quiet and don't alert Mike. 10. The distraction is set. He has his back turned on you. Throw this stick at him. Make sure you hit an area within 15 meters of Mike. And watch the explosion of a small portion of the power of the strongest reactor in the power plant. Don't come down yet. 11. The only annoying thing is Mike will survive the blast, unless you pinpoint hit him in the head from 120 meters away. He will be incapacitated though, and this is where you can make your own choice. Will you kill him, or will you bring him back to the power plant alive? It's all you. 12. If you kill him, bring his head to the power plant and make your way to the labs. I'll be there waiting for you and take it. Consider your job done. I'll give you your payment and you can go on with your life. 13. If you bring him alive, get him to the power plant and ask 287 for the sedatives. Administer them before he wakes up. 14. You'll need to get him to the labs. It's 350 miles away from the power plant. You'll be passing through territory where you'll be killed if you're caught with an incapable Mike. They're all friends with him. Avoid detection through the entirety of 4 areas you'll pass through, and be quick too. The sedatives last 3 days. 15. Once you're at the labs, I'll be waiting for you. I'll take Mike and deal with him accordingly. Consider your job done. I'll give you your payment, and you can go on with your life. Memorize and delete this file within 4 hours of receiving it. Good luck. Operation Magical Staff File will self-destruct in 4 hours. They all called him chaotic until he showed them the true meaning of chaos. I stretched my neck, giving it a satisfying crack, then doing the same for my wrist and fingers. Stupefied, I blinked in amazement as the blood in my veins began to glow. And with that, our time together is coming to an end. If you have a story you'd like me to narrate, whether true or fictional, you can send it my way 3 different ways. All the links are in the description box for you guys. And of course, I'd like to thank the writers who let me read their stories this evening. We started with 2 men breaking into an old dilapidated house to steal and do unspeakable things. But the woman turned it on them and did unspeakable things to them instead. I absolutely love when stories do stuff like that. Then we move on to the rules on how to survive your new appointment in the company. Rules that the person seemed to have already pretty much known. 6 being a number to stay away from, as well as the creatures not liking the fact that you're helping people to get away and survive. I really like the concept. And then lastly, rules on how to beat an actual sorcerer. Personally, as soon as I would read all those rules, I would be turning down this opportunity. Though I think 287 would be coming to give you a visit if you did such a thing, and you would never see the light of day after that. On a more personal note, I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers, and I hope you enjoy the stories and videos that you find here. If you enjoyed these stories, hit that like button and make sure it feels it. If you're new, please subscribe and turn that pretty little bell to all notifications. And of course, leave me a comment Tell me what you think, what kind of stories you like in the future. And if you got this far, please put VIP in that comment. If you're listening on the podcast and are able to, please leave a review or a comment if possible. If you'd like to help this channel and podcast grow, please share it with anyone who might enjoy it. It helps quite a bit. And if you're willing to help in a more financial way and get some bonuses with it, I do have Patreon and memberships. Or if you'd like to do more of a one-time thing, I do have PayPal, Buy Me Coffee, and super things. I know with how everything in the world is, it's a lot to ask. But really, just having you watching and listening absolutely means the world to me. It always has, and I love to narrate and bring the stories to life for you guys. Sleep tight and don't let 42 bite.